Alyssa Thomas, that's what she does. She uses her body.
I'm sick of watching Caitlyn getting attacked. If the league doesn't step up and protect her, things are going to get ugly real fast.
Do you want to know why this story is generating so much attention right now? Because for once, the voices that matter are finally speaking up. It all centers on the Indiana Fever versus Phoenix Mercury matchup on June 24th, 2026. During the second quarter of that game, an incident unfolded that united the basketball world. Fans, analysts, coaches, NBA figures, and members of the WNBA all reacted with outrage. Caitlin Clark was left on the floor defenseless after Alyssa Thomas struck her in the throat. The whistle had already blown, and the play was over. Among those who responded was Steph Curry. When the greatest shooter of this era, the player who transformed the game, and someone Caitlin Clark has trained with and looked up to speaks, people pay attention. He understands better than almost anyone what it's like to be the best player on the court while opponents try to stop you with everything except basketball. He has watched what Caitlin Clark is going through just like the rest of the basketball community, and he's lived through similar treatment throughout his own career. We're going to continue covering every development in this story until the WNBA takes meaningful action. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe now.
What I would love Caitlin to do is get up one time and then just slap the
Caitlin Clark and Steph Curry share more than just a casual connection. Before the start of the 2026 WNBA season, Clark revealed that she had been training with Brandon Payne, Curry's longtime personal trainer. "I knew he worked with Steph, and I've always admired the way Steph plays," Clark explained. "I'm always looking for new ways to challenge myself and keep improving." Their relationship is built on genuine respect and shared experience. And what is that common experience? It's being the most influential player in the league, the one every defense is determined to slow down, the player opponents constantly grab, shove, pull, and foul, while questionable officiating often allows those actions to go unpunished. In the NBA, Steph Curry has faced treatment that many compare to what Clark experiences in the WNBA. Even when she doesn't have the ball, Clark has repeatedly been pushed, held, and grabbed throughout games. Curry deals with similar physical play on a nightly basis. That comparison became impossible to ignore in January 2026. During a game against the Charlotte Hornets, Curry was repeatedly subjected to heavy physical contact. After a video highlighting those plays circulated online, Clark commented, "Steph should hit 12 threes every game. Please stop grabbing him."
Oh man, Caitlyn she's a beast, man. Like, and they love her. So I'll probably say Caitlin Clark. I love Tyrese, but she's another level in terms of just the love that.
Analysts immediately understood what Clark was really saying. Basketball analyst Robin Lundberg pointed out that it almost sounded as if Caitlin Clark was speaking about her own experience through her comments about Steph. So when Alyssa Thomas struck Clark in the throat on June 24th and no whistle followed, Steph Curry didn't just see another WNBA controversy. He saw a reflection of something he knows all too well. He recognized the kind of physical treatment elite players often endure simply because defenders struggle to stop them within the rules. In his view, the situation had reached its limit. The message was clear: enough is enough. The sequence began a little more than 3 minutes into the second quarter as players battled for a loose ball on the floor. That part was simply competitive basketball. But after the ball had already moved away from the play, Clark was still lying on the court when Thomas reached in and struck her in the neck with her hand. Thomas then stepped over Clark as she remained on the floor. No foul was called. The ball was no longer part of the play, and the action had already shifted elsewhere. Clark was still down when Thomas made contact with her throat before walking over her as though nothing had happened. Replay footage appeared to show Thomas making contact with Clark's neck after driving her knee into Clark's leg while she was still on the floor. An official was standing on the baseline with a clear view of the play, yet neither point of contact resulted in a whistle. Clark left the game during the third quarter because of a back issue and did not return. With no foul ever called, the league's biggest star was forced out of the game, adding even more frustration for fans. Supporters reacted immediately, with many criticizing the WNBA's officiating. One fan wrote on X that if the league doesn't take greater care, one of its biggest stars, possibly its very best, could eventually suffer a serious injury.
deals with a lot. There's a lot of rhetoric behind her that she really has no control over. And I think that the way she handles that is just amazing. Like, I think when it comes to the game of basketball, like, she's probably top 5 most famous people that are playing right now, just in general. That includes our league as well.
Others were even more outspoken in their reactions. Technical on CC for clapping. Alyssa Thomas hits CC in the throat. That's apparently fine. One social media user called the situation a complete joke, saying the play should have resulted in an immediate technical fall and that Alyssa Thomas had no excuse for playing dirty. Another fan wrote that the officiating was a joke and argued that this wasn't anything new, claiming Alyssa Thomas had built a reputation over the years for overly physical play. A third simply described her as a dirty player. One response came from someone who admitted they rarely watch the WNBA, and it quickly caught people's attention. "I don't usually watch WNBA games, but I'm watching this one," the viewer wrote. "Is this normal for her? Oh my god." That reaction stood out because it came from a first-time or casual viewer, the exact type of audience the league hopes to attract. The first thing they witnessed was Alyssa Thomas making contact with Caitlin Clark's throat without a penalty being called. If the goal is to grow the sport and earn greater mainstream attention, first impressions matter. For that new fan, the lasting image was a blow to the throat followed by the game continuing as if nothing had happened. Many critics argued that the league's handling of incidents involving its biggest, most recognizable, and most popular star has become increasingly difficult to defend. Caitlin Clark deserves better. That was the message shared by John Root of Outkick. And if you agree with that sentiment, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss future updates. Dave Portnoy, the founder of Barstool Sports, summed up his frustration with one simple question: why are we even at this point? He described the incident as a cheap and unnecessary shot. Robin Lundberg of Sports Illustrated directed his criticism at the league office, arguing that the WNBA needed to act immediately. He wrote that Alyssa Thomas should be suspended for what he viewed as a dirty play against Caitlin Clark. Former WNBA player and analyst Stacey Dales delivered a series of blunt reactions that resonated with many fans. "This is pitiful. Not even part of a loose ball play. The league needs to review this. Completely unnecessary." She also added that, in the end, those responsible accomplished exactly what they wanted because Clark was no longer in the game. That final point carried significant weight coming from a former player and analyst. Many believed the WNBA League office should have treated those comments as a call for immediate review. Although we've criticized Stephanie White on this channel before, she deserves credit for how she addressed the situation after the game. She spoke with conviction and directed her frustration where she believed it belonged. "I just saw the replay," White told reporters. "It was awful. I don't know whether it affected her physically or not, but the fact that there wasn't even a whistle was unbelievable. I brought it up with the officials at halftime." White also pointed out that her team attempted only 2 free throws in the fourth quarter, while the opposition received 11, and by the end of the second half, the other team had been awarded 24 free throw attempts.
Coming in here aware of what happened 2 nights ago? And that still happens?
What?
Absolutely unacceptable.
No, she didn't, dude.
Absolutely
She just
unacceptable.
cursed.
And the reckless closeout that they actually reviewed, and the foot still comes down on top of the defender's foot that wasn't upgraded? Absolutely disrespectful.
As this story continues to unfold, the debate is far from over. Fans are now waiting to see whether the WNBA takes further action and whether future officiating will become more consistent. Every Caitlin Clark game will remain under the spotlight, with every call closely examined. Now it's your turn. Do you think the officials handled the situation correctly, or should the league impose additional discipline? Share your thoughts in the comments, subscribe for more basketball coverage, turn on notifications, and we'll see you in the next video.